In the terribly improbable event that it may have forgotten how that works, a formidable help function has been provided.
Beleza, aí ó, boa pra galera aí. Eu tava falando mutado. Eu não sei que jogo é esse, tá? Só me falaram aqui no grupinho
I
aqui
said, with earth-shaking
que é
steps,
pra
the
jogar esse
unstoppable
jogo
if
aqui. Tem
somewhat
uma fucking
sluggish
cobra ali na
evil
esquerda.
began its
Eu
trek
não sei pra que é
towards
esse
the
jogo,
front.
de como que é esse jogo, sei lá, não conheço. Mas tamo aí no que deve é. Não conheço a porra de jogo, falaram que era tipo um fucking RPG, tá ligado? Não conheço, nunca vi. Nunca nem sabia que existia esse jogo. Jogando um game estranho. Bora, vamos ver. Deixa eu terminar de compartilhar aqui rapidinho. Pronto. Compartilhei aqui. Agora é nós, tudo nosso, não é dele.
The inexplicably obtuse evil began its trek towards the front. At least it was supposed to. It says so right here, in the Dungeons 2 strategy guide.
Mas nem fudendo. Mano.
The presence of the absolute evil was also reflected in the land itself. Grass withered, and in places the ground tore open to reveal bubbling lava. The aura of the ultimate evil, and Peter
É um LOL pra PS4.
A few of the Alliance units had entrenched themselves here. A determined absolute evil marched towards them in order to strike them down with its mighty weapon.
É um LOL pra PS4, rapaz. Porra de jogo é esse? Vem pra cá agora.
Absolute evil had discovered a medal. These legendary awards ensure the creature could be made even more.
Mano, eu não sei que jogo é esse, velho.
Eyes ablaze with greed, the insidious evil gazed upon the blood-drenched battlefield. Here the last defenders of good would die, and an age of evil would begin. Projectiles from the Alliance's catapults darkened the sky, but the Horde's fighting skills were at their best in darkness, if they survived. Defeating good was as easy as taking candy from a baby for the unstoppable evil.
Tá, porra.
The absolute evil destroyed the defenders' camp in the west with the greatest of ease. Now, only one tiny camp offers any resistance to the absurdly evil evil. And even that won't be able to hold out much longer. And the absolute evil took yet another hero to the slaughtering block. absolute evil strode like a war god through the defenders' ranks and smote them with ease to the ground. The absolute evil destroyed the defenders' camp in the east with the greatest of ease. The defenders in front of the city had been beaten to a pulp and defeated. Now the time had come to attack King's Ending, the final battle then. But what's this? The wicked evil was hesitating, rather than taking the fastest route to the city gate. Did it want to keep the defenders shaking in their boots with fear? The city gate was firmly barricaded by the Alliance's archers, but the absolute evil would not allow itself to be held up by such a ridiculous impediment. So, go get them! Destroy them now! Oh yes, sorry, stay in character. The absolute evil used its all-powerful magic to eliminate the archers and open the gate to the city. Using its legend, wait for it, dairy powers. The absolute evil destroyed the impediment with ease and simultaneously eliminated a whole group of defenders. True story. The road to the capital was now clear. The absolute evil did not hesitate for even 1 nanosecond. The insidious evil entered King's Ending. A small, pitiful group of defenders stood in its way. Suddenly, the doors of several houses in the city opened, and with a loud roar, defenders bore down on the rather surprised evil. An ambush. The invincible evil had crushed the defenders. King's Ending had been defeated. At least, that's what it thought. Suddenly, the final heroes of the Alliance emerged from nowhere. Another ambush? Now, this was becoming very boring. But wait, this time it was different. Instead, the heroes raised their hands and started singing an incomprehensible chant. A magical ritual? This did not bode well. Well, actually, it bode the arrival of good things, great things, unless you happen to be the absolute evil. Somewhere in the depths of the dungeon, the ultimate evil awoke. It did... The last remaining hero... and the hand. An old throne room was revealed by the light. The circumstances remained a mystery. The hand of terror flew through the throne room, following each and every thought the ultimate evil had. After a few flying sessions, the ultimate evil was able to control the hand with ease. The time had come to call forth creatures who were completely devoted to it and would do its dirty work. Little snots were the dregs of each and every dungeon and spent their time taking care of it. The expansion-mad evil hired one snot on the spot. The first little snot appeared. It was completely ready to work in the dungeon and to crawl in the dust before the ultimate evil. Little snots were important to the ultimate evil because they took care of many important little things, such as excavating new areas. The psionically gifted evil could sense the presence of something important that was buried to the south. It instructed its little snots to dig in that direction. The little snots still didn't know what they were meant to be doing. At last, the hand of terror marked the area to be excavated. The ultimate evil hesitated a little. Would there be dangers lurking in the south, which it would not yet be able to defeat?
Eu não entendi esse jogo.
It quickly dismissed this idea. After all, it was, the ultimate evil. What could possibly pose a threat to it? As quick as a fart, the little snot made his way to the marked position and began to dig.
Caralho, meu irmão.
Behold, the creatures of the overjoyed evil had apparently been much more industrious than it had thought. A great dungeon was revealed behind the wall. Everything was already in place. Doors, traps, a well-filled treasury. Oh, wait. Treasury? And where, if you please, is this treasury? Oh, well. One can't expect too much of these mindless little snots. First of all, some gold had to be dug out to make space for a treasury to be created. The hand of terror swiftly marked a few small gold veins so that the little snots could excavate them.
E aí, Betinho, bom? Pô, como que tu vai jogar algum joguinho, velho? Essa semana agora eu tô em casa, velho. Sofri um acidente no joelho, mano, caí da escada. Aí eu peguei uma semana testado, mano, todo fudido aqui. Aí se quiser jogar algum joguinho, mano. Eu considero que é old, hein? É old, hein? Não me jogo mais daqui, criado, né? Semana passada era saco cheio. Bota fé, mano. Poxa. Não vai ser jogado, não, pô. Dá pra jogar ainda, pô. Se tiver o joguinho aí, qualquer coisa, compra e divide todo mundo, tá ligado? Fiquei uma semana sem alfa, ó, filha da puta. Tu não avisa ninguém, pô.
As soon as the gold vein was selected, a little snot immediately set out to mine valuable gold for the greedy evil.
Já que eu vou lá beijar abraço, tamo junto, mano.
Once most of the gold had been mined, the Hand of Terror quickly created a treasury on the spot so that the precious metal could be safely stored. The dungeon was still without a treasury. The ultimate evil was poking around in the user manual again. It would surely be much faster and easier to make use of the help function instead.
Não entendi isso agora.
Again, the thoughts of the confused evil wandered off into the far yonder. Apparently, it was of the opinion that it had better things to do than follow the story. What better things could there possibly be?
Um jogo de tesouro.
The dungeon of the expansion-mad evil grew and prospered, but unfortunately, it had reached the maximum possible population it could currently manage. Now a creature would have to be thrown into the bottomless pit before any others could be brought in. Effortlessly, the ultimate evil's hand of terror set to work to build a treasury. The little snots came across a small room containing a healing potion whilst pointlessly digging around in the underground. The ultimate evil could throw one of its wounded creatures on the potion to heal it.
E agora?
challenged evil swept over one of the dungeon doors. It was child's play for the Hand of Terror to open and close these for its servants. They were, of course, firmly locked at all times to the enemy.